Yo, yo. Oh, about fell down. What's up, boys? We back under thinking. Trying out a new thing with this mic. Hopefully you can hear me. Collagen coffee, baby. I just got back from church. It's a beautiful Sunday. I haven't been able to go for past few weeks because I've been scheduled on a lot of Sundays. But it was nice to go this week, you know. Get a good replenishment after a pretty hard week. I've been doing this prayer series in church where our pastor keeps saying the year 2025 is going to be marked by prayer in this church, because we're going to talk about it a lot, we're going to do it a lot. They've started doing this thing where they got a bunch of candles. They've been doing this since the beginning of the year, but they got a bunch of candles, and you can come light a candle if that helps you connect to God or with your prayer, or if it helps you in any way. And you know, typically when I've been going this year, it's been pretty slim number of people lighting candles, like I would say 3 max, sometimes maybe 0, but not that popular. But I don't know what came over me. They do this at the beginning of the service. I showed up late, like 6 minutes late. They'd been worshiping, which sometimes I'm not that upset if I miss the first bit of it, because I'm mostly there for the sermon, but I think worship's also important. Anyways, something came over me and I was like, I'm gonna go up there and light a candle. I'm gonna be the first one up there. And I didn't even have a prayer request in mind. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go up there and light a candle. I feel like I need to do this. I feel like I'm being called to light this candle. So I lit the candle, and then I turned around, and there is a huge group of people behind me, like way more than I've ever seen, in line to light a candle for a prayer request. And right before we had this time to go pray and light the candles, the time of prayer, this lady prayed over all of us. And towards the end of it, she started to break down a little bit. And after I took my seat, after lighting my candle and seeing these other people up there and hearing the sniffles from the lady behind me and seeing other people crying, I just had this wave of emotion come over me. And then I felt tears on my face. And it was a very powerful, intense moment. And to see all these candles being lit, it was quite the spectacle. You couldn't help but to think of all the kids who this past week had their life threatened at a place, at a school which is supposed to be, you know, like a sanctuary or a haven of safety for kids to learn and figure out what they want to do with their lives. Couldn't help but to hurt for them and to hurt for the Kirk family. And our pastor said, you know, this week is no more heavy than all the other awful weeks where something like this has occurred, but in this moment it definitely felt heavier, and it was just a powerful moment. I was very grateful that I was able to attend church today. Talked to the pastor for a while after. We usually have a small conversation after each service, the ones that I'm able to attend. And he said, let's get some coffee sometime. And so I'm excited to meet with him and to pick his brain. And I like meeting people, especially people with wisdom. What else is going on? Something I was thinking about. Neighbors rustling the leaves. You know, this is like my third of these videos that I've made, and I'll get nervous. I'm like, I don't want to say the same thing twice, or I don't want to say something that I don't mean, or that maybe down the road I shouldn't have said. But this is back to that overthinking of me having these thoughts would be preventing me from doing this, and it's putting myself in a situation to learn something. Andrew Clemens, who is Mark Twain was his alias. He has this quote that goes, "If you always tell the truth, you never have to remember what you said." I think about that sometimes. I like to hold myself accountable to always telling the truth. I mean, it can be hard sometimes. But I think if you're coming from a good place, you have good intention and there's forgiveness in the world, and you're always trying to tell the truth, I think someone doing videos like this shouldn't have anything to be afraid of. And honestly, I haven't even watched the last two videos that I made. I don't really plan on watching any of them. I'm just gonna come out here, whatever happens, maybe come with an idea, maybe get some more content-based video. But I don't know, it feels like a journal. Like, I imagine if Matthew, Mark, and Luke had access to a camera, it would have been much more convenient than writing down everything. I think, writing and reading is important for other reasons, but as far as documentation and journaling even, or publicly putting out your opinions or thoughts, ideas, beliefs, whatever, I think it's very convenient for us to have the internet and free access and free ability to create and post content. Got to bring the weave back. Yeah, I think this is like almost like a public journal vlog, I guess is what they call it. Vlogs would have been popping back in the day. Yeah, dude, tell the truth. And post stuff and don't even watch it. That's just gonna be me. Post, bang. Probably make it a short one today. All right. Sometimes I'll have these moments where I'm like, holy crap, I have a whole rabbit hole of ideas that I need to go down. But then I was just on curtain closing mode. And I just remembered freaking my own alma mater, Clemson University, has been on some freaking freakery, some witchery bitchery doc. That's another conversation for another day. I like this spot though. Sometimes I feel like I gotta keep my voice down, but like, for what reason? This is gonna be on the internet, so anyone over the other side of the fence can listen in or not. It's not like I'm talking smack about them. Oh, brother. All right, that'll do it. That'll do it for today, folks.